Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Report says that it was very devastating for everyone to hear that the ancestors were the one who struck those people who have been sick, and that the ancestors have refused the great lion's plea in seclusion, okay? That the great lion pleaded so much they refused, and they said nothing will be done except, the jewel returns. That is if they are still alive by the time that the jewel returns back to the palace. When the great lion went into seclusion, he didn't just go there. He went this time to pray as usual for his people, but with a heavy heart, because some of the elders that have been sick, their bodies have defied treatment. Like, it's looking as though it's something that is deeper than the ordinary. And the great lion was hoping that should he go for seclusion, he will be able to bring them answers. But going there and coming back only to find out that, look, it is Àrùn Òkunkun, was very, very devastating. The palace was not at peace. Even before he left, the land itself carried a strange cloud. Some of the elders had been struck, and more are still coming up with some mysterious affliction, okay? They had been struggling for months, weeks, they've been restless and wasting away. No doctor, no medication, nothing is working for them. They thought that at least, if not for anything, when the great lion comes back from seclusion, everything was going to be okay. In the seclusion chamber, report has it that the great lion, cried out to his ancestors. He begged, he pleaded, he asked that these these men and women who had served the palace for years be restored to health. He asked that the affliction be removed from their bodies and the peace should return to the royal house. He pleaded with his heart, asking that whatever mistake had been made should be corrected. But the answer he got was not what he wanted to hear. The ancestors were firm. Their voice, their signs, their messages in the sacred rituals were clear. This sickness will not leave them. This darkness will not be lifted until the jewel, returns to the palace. I think right now, their eyes are beginning to clear. They have been saying this thing for a very long time, and they thought that people were just talking. They thought that, nothing was going to happen. They thought that it's nothing. It's nothing. It's just me saying. But right now, people are beginning to see it firsthand. 6 elders. 7, because Parfemi is also there. 7 of them have been struck. They are down. They have been plagued, and nobody knew what the problem was until Kabiyesi came back. They said Kabiyesi was shaking. He argued. He pressed further. He asked if mercy could prevail, if someone or somehow the elder could, the elders could be freed, even without, the queen, even before the queen returns. He told them everything, steps on everything that they have done, everything that they are doing, the ancestors said. Because, of course, you do know that the great lion is doing everything that is within his power to bring the jewel back. They said what is keeping the jewel right now happens to be the villa inside the palace that is yet to be completed. And recently, they said that the jewel now said they will do the offering around November before his 10th anniversary in December. So everything is in line, everything is fine. So when he explained everything to them, they said, of course, they are aware, they know everything. But until that woman returns back to the palace, nothing is going to happen, nothing is going to change. If they are still alive by the time the woman comes back, then things will change. If they are not, that is their problem, because they were the ones who started the fight. In the chamber, the great lion sat in silence for hours. He thought about the elders. He had known these people for a very long time, like for most of them. For 10 years that he has been on the throne, they have been there. When he finally rose from the mat, they said his face was hard. This was bigger than his personal will. He knew what it meant. The elder might die with this affliction if they continue to, postpone the return of the jewel, okay? But the thing is that where the great lion got a little worried and not too happy is because they already know that everything is in place, everything is fine. Now, when he came and he was announcing this, he was telling them that he cannot remember how many times they have told them to stop resisting. Resisting the jewel is not one person's fight, too. Now, a lot of people kept thinking that it is the Oloris, it's not them alone. This resistance is coming from, the fact that the lion made a promise to these people and did not keep it. The resistance is coming from the fact that, Nami's religious background is not something that they welcome. They feel like, the jewel has been working against them or could be working against them or will work against them. They will not have their peace again in their own land. The Oloris, they are there. It's just that, these women are just tools that they are using against, the jewel. It's not like they are the only ones. They said the great lion was very, very unhappy. That it's been something that has been very disappointing to him. He doesn't even know what to do about it. And when he came, he was very disappointed because he thought that he was going to bring them answers, only to come out with this, only for them to really finally, be able to define what has been wrong with their fathers, what has been wrong with their mothers, that this is closely, like it is related to their fight, the same fight that they have been fighting for 3 years now, or for 4 years now. I think 3.5 years or so is the same fight that has plagued them, that has brought them to where they are now. Now the question is, what are they going to do? Because the full moon ritual was completed. It's remaining Ofarende, and Ofarende has, the preparations are ongoing. It's supposed to be in December. So what are they going to do? Are they going to shift, the jewel's return closer? Or what do they intend to do? But they said the great lion was just disappointed that he didn't bring result to his people as they expected. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.